My coup. I went to the Piinu Nuuchi Skatepark. This is a reservation of the Southern Utes, or the Pine River Ute Nation. They made a really nice skate park down here. It's beautiful, it's fun. They got this little bowl right here, it looks like a frijole. Owing to the fact that written language is pretty new to the Ute people, or written records were destroyed by the Masons, depending on who you ask. It's kind of funny to look back into the history of these folks. Now say you got a guy like Chief Ouray. Was he even chief? A lot of natives have told me that he was no kind of chief at all. This would be akin to English folks telling Americans that Benedict Arnold was a great general. Well, maybe it's not so black and white. Chief Ouray did go to Washington and he made a treaty. The terms of that treaty said that the Utes would get paid for the use of their land out here in the Rockies. And Ouray would get access to his favorite hot springs. That pissed off other tribes like the Arapaho, who had been kicked out of places like Minnesota whenever the Lutherans and the other Christian types moved in there. And also you got places like Battle Mountain where the Utes and the Arapaho duked it out. Well, 15 years after Sand Creek, the Utes attacked a little settlement in Meeker because they didn't want to be Christianized. Or possibly the Arapaho committed a false flag because they wanted to cut the Utes off of that money they were getting. Then a lot of Utes were burning places to the ground all over in the Rockies, from Clear Creek all the way down into the west. But a lot of folks think that was a false flag by the miners because they were getting insurance payouts on claims that were bunked to begin with. Have you ever had anybody write a story about you in the news, and then you read it and you find out nothing in that's true? Well, pardon my incredulity that a bunch of white people would venerate Ouray. But maybe he thought he was a savior, like how Haile Selassie thought he was the second coming. I should have done a bean in this bean, that would have been true. Yeah, so Haile Selassie's great-great-ever-so-great-grandmother was the Queen of Sheba, or Saba, which is current-day Yemen. She floated over to Ethiopia and Eritrea, which at the time was called Aksum, and she became the queen there. Well, according to the Kebra Nageste, or the Book of the Glory of Kings, her son was the son of Solomon the Wise, the richest man to ever live. That dude united the northern and southern kings of Judea and Israel, and he built the first temple which housed the Ark of the Covenant. When his offspring Menelik, the Queen of Sheba's son, went up there to get his blessing, he apparently grabbed the Ark and brought it back to Ethiopia, where it still sits today. Or maybe it's been filed in one of these under Nazi control at the UN. I don't know, man. Have you ever farted so hard that it cracked your back and you started having an acid flashback? Well, I don't think Haile Selassie had a flashback when the Dirge, the communists, strangled him to death. Well, that's a conspiracy. Much like how people say Ouray died of sickness, or perhaps he was poisoned on his way to sell out the rest of the Ute people. They say that those who signed the treaty to bring everybody to this reservation received handsome rewards, just like Ouray's own hot springs. It's hard when you look back through history to decide who deserves the honors and who stole them. Well, if you're riding this big wave, maybe you deserve the accolades. I hope you have fun in the sun and get paid in the shade. I'll see you on the next one.